How to correctly say names of techniques in Kyokushin Karate. Remember when you were in class as a white belt, as a yellow belt, and you're just starting to take your journey into the martial arts, and you look at your sensei and he's saying something like, now we're going to perform a Chudan Seikentsuki, or we're going to perform a Jodan Maoshi Geri. And you look at him like, what is that? Today, we're going to talk about the basic techniques and how they are called and how to recognize what technique it is easier, and we'll break it down. I can talk about it to you through my words, but what I want to do today is talk about it through one of my Shihan's words directly, is Shihan Cameron Quinn, and for that I'm gonna bring my old book that I got from him. It's the Budo Karate, and I had this book for a long time, signed by, see if you see here, Oyama in 1992. And let me take this piece over here, and Shihan Cameron Quinn. You can see it there. So what I want to do is go talk about how to call the names properly in Japanese and how to understand them through his own words. There's a paragraph in his book over here on page 222. And by the way, before we go into this, this book was I got in 1992. He actually has a new book coming out, and I believe he's already got it out, or he's about to get them out. And I will put a link to Shihan Cameron Quinn YouTube channel over here somewhere, and you can go there and leave a comment to him and get the book from him. It's a very good book. He has a lot of insights. And also subscribe to his channel. He has a lot of good content, and he's one of the original Kyokushin practitioners with Sosai. You get it straight from the master himself. So let's get into this basic technique, and I'm gonna read. I hope Shihan Cameron Quinn is okay with this, because he explains this so much better than I will ever be able to do it. So how to recognize what technique you're gonna do, especially when you're white belt, yellow belt, and you go in the class and everybody's looking at sensei, say "os," and you're like, what am I doing next? Okay, so Shihan Cameron Quinn starts here by saying, the names of the basic techniques can be easily formulated by combining the target area or level. So that's the first thing you do. The direction of it's either in the front, side, up, down, backwards. Body weapon, what are we striking with? We're striking with the fingers, we're striking with a punch, we're striking with the legs, we're striking with the head. Body weapons. And types of techniques. What kind of techniques? Strike, a punch, a block. So for example, for the level, if we have middle, we would call it Chudan. Then direction, if we have forward, we'll call it Mai. A weapon would be the forefist, will be Seiken, and the technique will be punch, Tsuki. So that technique we would call Chudan Mai Seikentsuki. A lot of times we take the Mai out because it already is knows when you do a Seikentsuki, you strike to the front, so we'll call it Chudan Seikentsuki, and everybody will know what to do then. So this is how you break down the techniques in Japanese. First you put a level, then you put the direction, then you put the weapon that you strike with, and the technique. So let's go back again. So level, Chudan, middle. Direction, front, Mai. Weapon, fist, Seiken. technique, tsuki. So a strike. That's very good. So this is pretty much the basics of how you would call a technique in Kyokushin Karate. And when you look at your sensei next time, it's like, oh, I know what this means. So he continues about this a little bit. So let's go into it again. Often, one part or another of the technique name may be omitted. Like we said earlier, Chudan Seikentsuki, we committed Mai because it's known that the Tsuki is strike that's going forward. So this is because the Japanese language tends to leave much as understood. It is not wrong to use the name in its entirety. In this example above, it may be understood that a punch to the middle is done with the forefist and to the front, which is exactly what we're talking about. Therefore, Mai and Seiken may be left out, resulting in simply Churanzuki. So we go even farther. You don't even have to say the weapon because the tsuki is basically done with a fist. Okay, so let's do another example. It goes here, the level, if it's upper level, we would call it Jodan. If it's sideways, we'll call it Yoko. Yoko is side. The weapon, the foot edge, what is the foot edge called? Do you guys know? If you're white belt, you probably don't know this. It's called Sokuto. And the technique we'll call the kick, so Geri. So the whole technique would be called Jodan Yoko Sokuto Geri. And then he continues. Again, as the side kick is usually done with the Sokuto, which again we talked about how we omit Mai in the second technique. So again, the side kick is usually done with the Sokuto. It may be discarded, leaving Jodan Yokogeri. In this way, one can formulate Japanese names for any and every techniques, even when you don't know what it is usually called. So this is straight from Shihan Cameron's book. Again, it's Budo Karate. Go to his website and YouTube channel, and I will leave a link up here again, and I will also leave a subscribe button at the end of the channel so you guys can subscribe to him directly and then watch his videos. His videos are very, very good and has a lot of content, and he also talks about his journey through the karate with Masayama and everybody else. Also, I hope this helped for you guys, and we'll see you on the next Zoom session, all the students from Sunnyside and Oswego. And for the rest of you, thank you for being here. Please subscribe to Shihan and myself if you like these videos, and we'll see you on the next one.